are you? Welcome to my channel D&D Pathshala. In this video, I'll be explaining regarding the human bones and their names also. So let's get started. So as we all know that our human bones are around 206, and when we classify them actually, so axial skeleton is having around 80 bones. So 8 and 0. So upper limb is having around 64 bones, and when coming to the lower limb it is having around 62 bones. So we'll be naming them. So in the skull, so skull is having 21, so 8 paired bones, so these are the 16. So 2 8 is 16. So first one is nasal concha, and second one is lacrimal, third is maxilla, and when coming to the fourth is the nasal, and when coming to the fifth one, that is, so fifth bone is the palatine bone. So coming to the sixth bone is the parietal bone. So coming to the seventh one, so seventh one is the temporal bone. And coming to the eighth bone, it is the zygomatic bone. So these are the 8 paired bones. Now coming to the non-paired. So non-paired bones are around 5. They are ethmoid, frontal, and coming to here occipital, and the next is the sphenoid and vomer. So these are the bones that which are actually present in the skull. So 8 are paired, that is the 16. So non-paired are 5. So when combined 16 plus 5, there are around 21 bones. So these are the 8 paired bones, and these 5 are the non-paired bones. Now coming to the auditory ossicles, so there are actually around 2 pairs. So these are also paired. So 3 into 2, 6. So these auditory ossicles are, first one is incus, next is malleus, next is stapes. So stapes is the softest bone actually present in the ear. And now coming to the lower jaw. So lower jaw is only one. So the movable bone in our complete body is mandible. So we can open our jaw, and there are also other bones. So one of the movable bone is the mandible bone. So mandible. So it is actually present in the lower jaw. Now coming here to the up category. So here are the bone categories actually that I have been writing from this book. So this book is Dorland's Medical Dictionary book. So neck bone is having only one. So the neck is having one bone, that is the hyoid bone. So these are the neck bones. Now coming to the vertebral column. So vertebral column are having around, so cervical vertebra. Cervical vertebra are having around C1 to C7. So in the complete vertebral column, the C1 and C2 are having their names. So C1 is actually called as atlas, and C2 is called as the axis. So we have also the other type of vertebra like thoracic vertebra. Thoracic vertebra are around T1 to T12. And when coming to the lumbar vertebra is are having around L1 to L5. And the other bones that which are present in the vertebral column, they are sacrum. So sacrum is actually S1 to S5, but they are actually fused. Even coccyx bones are also there, C1 to C4. So these all are actually fused type of bones. Fused. So these all are the fused bones. And coming to the chest bone, so I can show you here. So the chest bone is, so they are having actually 25. So ribs are 12 pairs and sternum. So in the ribs there is actually a false rib also. The 11th pair and the 12th pair are also called as. So here I'll be showing you. So the 11th, 12th pair are false ribs. So these are known as the actual type of false ribs. So false ribs. So these are the false ribs, and there is another bone, that is the sternum. So sternum is actually present between them. Now these are the axial skeleton bones. So the skull, and then in the skull paired and non-paired, and in the auditory ossicles, lower jaw, and also these are the complete vertebral column bones. The 11th and 12th pair of ribs are also called as the floating ribs. So these are the 11th and 12th pair information. Now coming to the upper limb. So upper limb is having around the bones like, now we will be seeing the upper limb. So here the upper limb is having around the bones like, so first of all we will be seeing the shoulder. So shoulder is having two. So they are scapula. So scapula, and the bones are clavicle. So coming here again, upper jaw. So upper jaw is the maxilla. So here a small correction, that is the upper arm. So upper arm is one, that is the humerus. So these are the humerus. When coming to the lower arms are two, that is the radius, ulna. Now coming to the hand, that is the carpus, they are around 8. So these hand bones are really very important, that is the wrist area. So they are capitate, coming here hamate, third is lunate, and the fourth bone is pisiform, the fifth one is scaphoid, sixth is trapezius, and the seventh bone is the trapezoid. So trapezoid, and coming to the eighth one is, that is the triquetral. So these are the actual type of the wrist bones. So these all are actually present in this area. So here at this area, so these are actually being present. So coming here to the hand. So hand are having around 5. Those are actually known as the metacarpals. So fingers are around 14. So means we are having actually 14 bones. So those 14 bones are actually known as phalanges. So these are the upper limb section. Okay, we will be coming to the lower limb. So upper limb is over. Now we will be going to the lower limb. So lower limb, so these are of coming to the pelvis. So pelvis is having one bone, that is hip bone. So in that hip bone actually there are 3 types. So in the hip bone there are 3 type of bones. So that is ilium. So this is ilium, ischium. So this hip bone is actually divided into 3 parts. So that is these are the bones, so ilium and ischium and pubis. Sorry, my handwriting is somewhat bad. So hip bone, ilium, ischium, pubis. So these are the lower limb, that too in the pelvis type of bones. Now coming here, we will be going to the thigh bone. So thigh bone. So in our human body, the thigh bone is the largest bone. So that is one femur will be present in the both the legs. Now coming to the knee. So knee is having one patella. So coming to the leg, there are one tibia and one fibula. So total of 2. So these are the leg bones. Now we will be seeing to the tarsus. So coming to here, the tarsus are around, so these are around 7. So here one is calcaneus. So we can also say it as our heel bone. So calcaneus. Second is cuboid. Third is intermediate. So intermediate cuneiform. So cuneiform. So this is the third one. And coming to the fourth one. So intermediate cuneiform and lateral cuneiform, and the fifth one is medial cuneiform. So intermediate, lateral and medial type of cuneiforms. So the sixth is navicular, and seventh is talus. So these are the 7 bones that are actually present in tarsus. Now coming to the foot. So foot, there are actually 5. So those are known as the metatarsal. So metatarsals. And coming here to the toes, there are actually again 14. So these 14 are phalanges. So these are all the bones that I have actually explained through the book. I have used the reference book, Dorland's Medical Dictionary. So these are the tarsus bones, and these are the upper limb and upper arm, lower carpus. So here, and again coming to the skull. So if we count, the axial is having 80 bones and upper limb 64. So if we combine upper limb and lower limb is having 62. So 64 plus 62, 126. So 126 plus 80, so 206. So these are the 206 bone collection. So that's it for this video. And if you like my video, like, share, comment, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me. And please forward my channel so that everyone can see my channel and everyone can look the enthusiastic videos that I have posted in my channel. So please don't forget to forward my channel, and please don't forget to subscribe and support me. And thank you.